Yo, what's up? So I just got $1 million check from my great aunt Bessie with the promise that this money goes toward fixing the problems America is facing at the moment. So I'm here to tell you what the money is going towards and why. Like many of you, I love to eat food. I personally racked up a couple points from the McDonald's app, but this isn't about McDonald's. This is about this disgusting, horrifying piece of trash food they got out on these streets. This gotta be the most vile thing I've ever seen in my life. You take a bite out of this, I'm 90% sure you'll blow up. I have this as my #1 priority because how else are people supposed to eat food? This is where I think the man Upton Sinclair for saving us all was his amazing muckraker skills. Sinclair was an American writer who wrote a book titled The Jungle, a book that shows how a meat factory does this job. Now normally you would use gloves when working with meat, but back then they used their bare hands. Upton Sinclair's goal was to expose meat factory companies on how poorly they treat their workers and how poorly your food gets made. The way I'd spend my $600,000 to help this cause would be to supply everybody with gloves and fix the poor working conditions. Deforestation is pretty simple to understand. It's when a bunch of workers get together and destroy forests to make room for their construction plans. President Theodore Roosevelt noticed this and he decided to preserve over 200 million acres of land, including his favorite place, Yosemite Valley. I think Roosevelt's goal was to cherish the US resources instead of wasting it all, saying things like, and I quote, "It is also vandalism wantonly to destroy or to permit the destruction of what is beautiful in nature, whether it be a cliff, a forest, or a species of mammal or bird. Here in the United States, we turn our rivers and streams into sewers and dumping grounds. We pollute the air, we destroy forests, and exterminate fishes, birds, and mammals. Not to speak of vulgarizing charming landscapes with hideous advertisements. But it looks as if our people were awakening. Like Theodore Roosevelt, I would spend my money on preserving land and preventing people from building on national monuments." Since the late 1800s, women have been fighting for rights. Their main goal was to fight for the right to vote. Soon, they all banded together to create the National American Women's Suffrage Association of America. Their first president was a woman named Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Elizabeth Cady Stanton formulated the first organized demand for women's suffrage in the United States. Not only did she assist with voting rights for women, but she also advocated for laws for liberalized divorce laws, reproductive self-determination, and overall increased the legal rights for women. I chose this as my final choice because it allowed for an even bigger democracy. When women finally got the right to vote, it produced the largest one-time increase in voters ever. Alright, that's it. See you.